Students have been speaking up for what they care about all over the district. Good morning and welcome to This Week. I'm Niles Cowan.
And I'm Nishan Howard. Boys basketball has been fighting hard throughout the season. We'll touch more on that later.
But first, earlier this week, students held walkouts across the district with many attending. CR News Chief Correspondent Elijah Guerin has more. Good morning, Elijah.
Yeah, good morning, Niles. A board meeting was held this past Tuesday at Eleanor Roosevelt Elementary, with students speaking on issues they felt needed to be addressed in regards to recent ICE activity. During the school day, there was a district-wide student walkout on the same issue.
They're not going after criminals. It's an intentional attempt to break apart the communities that, frankly, the ones that didn't vote for Trump. This is just the beginning of our movement. This won't be the last walkout. This won't be the last opportunity to help. If you haven't been involved in this one, or if you're not involved in this one, there's going to be more opportunities. We need to keep organizing, we need to keep resisting, and we're just getting started.
No student deserves to feel unsafe, and we want to do everything that we can to protect our students. ICE is causing so much fear in not only our community, but all across the nation, especially Minnesota.
Not enough people in our school and community know what actually happens, and people just kind of blindly support what their parents support, and more people just need to be informed about the horrors that are committed throughout our communities.
My community specifically has taken hard and kind people who are not criminals at all. Very, very innocent people who have provided money just for our entire community, and not just money, but an actual fostering community. The biggest factor for me was watching a YouTube video following teens who follow ICE, and watching their behavior, the way they conduct themselves, is one of the most disgusting ways that a person can hold themselves. It's un-American, completely un-American what they're doing. Defund, abolish ICE, do something, not just let them go unregulated, doing horrible things. Just something needs to happen. Less money, less activity. Something needs to happen. That's what this is for.
It's the land of the free, and anyone should be allowed to be here. And ICE agents are untrained, they're violent and dangerous, and it's unjust. As a result of this walkout, I hope that there's more awareness and more people are willing to stand for what they believe in and not put up for what they don't believe in.
It's incredibly inhumane, at the very least unlawful, and I think that the only way ICE is going to see resistance, ICE could be feasibly stopped, is if people, citizens, if organized. I've seen cars and vans unmarked, which is extremely... I hate that. I hate that they could just go around unmarked. At the very least, I hope the district, the Vancouver school district, hears our voice and will protect students against ICE.
My people have been victims of ICE and have been wrongly accused of being criminals, rapists. It's terrible. Our people are good people. They are family members. They are siblings. They are your students, your teachers. I've just seen so many ICE videos on TikTok or on social media, and it makes me so sad every time. I feel like I want to cry. It is so emotional to see my people be victimized.
We also spoke to a main organizer of the walkout.
I just really wanted change. I wanted to see it within my community, I wanted to see it within my school, and I wanted it especially in our district. Red was used during the Women's March. Red has been used constantly as a symbol of against oppression, so we kind of wanted to reuse that and emphasize on it. And with the monarch butterflies, they have been consistently a symbol of this movement. On 4th Plain was where the incident where one of our community members had their legs run over with no immediate medical attention that we've been kind of circling around and using to push forward this walkout. There are students at our school that have no parents currently with them that are living off of funds from other people and from the community because ICE has been knocking down their door. And I think that can go the same with some of my other organizers. We wanted to see more acknowledgement towards what's going on rather than just a simple email or just silence altogether.
The protest saw hundreds of students across the district enforcing their rights and speaking up, motivated by the care for their community. Back to you, Nishan.
Thank you, Elijah. Now at that board meeting, topics that were brought up consisted of extensions for excused absences for those targeted by ICE, quote, know your rights training and classes for families to know their rights, increase and strengthening of hate and bias protocol against discriminatory comments towards students targeted by ICE, alert or informing members of the community about ICE presence, and an increase of security budget. It also featured those in attendance with signs protesting the closing of Flex Academy.
This Monday, Columbia River held an open house for students who are interested in the IB program. The open house included a summary of the programs offered at the school, the requirements, and how students could benefit from the programs, with the majority of students hoping the program will help them prepare for college.
Higher GPA and more smarts and be more prepared for college.
To be more prepared for college. Get into like a better school and have a better education. My dad did the IB program when he was in high school and he said very good things about it.
Congratulations to our DECA team who competed this past Wednesday in the Washington DECA Area Conference with 4 qualifying for state. Sophie DiCarlo and Elle Lynn won first place in the Startup Business Plan event, Lexi Keller won 3rd place in Apparel and Accessories Marketing, and Niles Cowan won 4th in the Food Marketing Series. Good luck at state, DECA.
This past Wednesday, our River Knowledge Bowl team got their 3rd first-place finish in a row of the season. They now hold the first-place league title with 1 more competition to go before regionals. They will face off Ridgefield, Mark Morris, and Washougal for a spot at state. Wish them luck and awesome work, Knowledge Bowl.
Morgan Parker, the school's admin, is currently on maternity leave until spring break. In her absence, Nicole O'Rourke is assuming her responsibilities for the duration of her leave.
My role affects the school, similar to how any other associate principal's role supports the school. So I support Mr. Mead and work with Mr. Duncan on curricular things. I do some things with scheduling, meet with counselors. I've also been meeting with students that fall under Miss Parker's alphabet range. I'm here for about 3 months, so until everyone goes on spring break, and my goals are to really just support the teachers and the office and administrative staff. And both my parents and all of my uncles went to Columbia River and graduated from here. My husband went here. My father-in-law taught here. I went here for a year. So it's pretty fun to be back in some capacity.
January 13th was the annual MLK Junior Assembly held by Rivers Diversity and Equity Club. The assembly opened with a speech from Ember Rohn, the president of DC, highlighting the many important leaders of the civil rights movement who have influenced our nation's culture and society. Following the opening speech was a performance by Chandra Terry, a nationally recognized motivational speaker and president of Standing Ovation. In her performance, she discussed the story of Rosa Parks and how one person can be the catalyst for change.
The Unified Club at River aims to provide a welcoming and safe environment for all students to connect with their peers. The club specifically focuses on giving students with learning disabilities the opportunity to participate in school sports and other games.
Unified Club is an opportunity to celebrate our learners with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So it's a time to get together, to play games, both card games, board games, as well as some lawn games and kind of some classic sports games, where we can just focus on building community around our learners with intellectual disabilities. A lot of the time they can be excluded from certain activities, and what's so great about Unified is it focuses on them, and they are the primary reason we're there. And everyone is really there to celebrate them and build community with those students. I know COVID was 4 or 5 years ago now, but I think we're still on that rebound as far as just our ability to connect with one another, having that face-to-face interaction time. So even if you're not a learner at our school with an intellectual disability, it still provides the opportunity for social interaction with one another, getting to know each other, learn more about each other, and just increasing the social connections, hopefully school-wide. The club is open to everyone who is interested in engaging and helping to strengthen our community here at River.
Turning to sports, boys wrestling defeated RA Long with a score of 50-18 this past Wednesday. They had a hard-fought battle and they have high hopes for the rest of their season. They participate in a tournament today and tomorrow. Best of luck, wrestling.
Moving on to basketball, they recently took on Woodland this past Tuesday. CR Sports senior correspondent Kennedy Dowse reports on that and more. Kennedy?
Yeah, Nishan, the Columbia River boys basketball season is in a bit of a slump. On Tuesday, the Rapids fell short to the Woodland Beavers by a score of 53-45.
I feel like we just didn't have that drive, that effort in the game compared to how we normally have it. I feel like we weren't moving the ball very well. Just little things like that all add up. So after a tough loss like that, we had a really hard practice yesterday. Everyone was hustling. It was very competitive. We started making adjustments, and I think if we just keep working on those adjustments, by the time we play Woodland next time, I don't see why we would lose again.
The boys now sit with an 8-5 record overall and 4-3 in league, stuck in 4th place, which is not what they were looking for this year. However, River still has 2 more pivotal games left, the first of which being against the undefeated RA Long Lumberjacks, and the second being a rematch against the Woodland Beavers. The Rapids are looking to begin their final push for the playoffs, and it starts right now.
Good luck looking further into the season, boys basketball. That is the news for this week. I'm Niles Cowan.
And I'm Nishan Howard. We'll see you next Friday.
Thanks for watching and have a great 3-day weekend. Remember, Monday is MLK Day.